Acton Sports Shop is owned by Milo Slough. The financial year ends 28 February 22. Can you see they've got two types of products, mountain bikes and energy drinks. Okay, so let's go. First thing is mountain bikes, and you're going to see it's SIM. Why is it SIM? It's more expensive. It's easy to see which one is sold. Okay, so calculate the value of the closing stock using SIM. So let's go to SIM. Why don't I have an answer sheet? Oh, yeah. And now they were very nice. Can you see it's different than 23? They actually already draw little things there for you. Okay. So, what's wrong? So let's look. 2.2.1, I've got King. They already did King. I look at Polo. Now with Polo, they give it to you like this. They say to you here, can you see the units on hand, units purchased, units returned, units sold? Can you see all the information is there? You see? Okay, so if I look at Polo, I had 62, I bought 250, I returned 2, I sold 245. So how much do I have left? So it's 65 units left, and the cost price is 52, which they also gave me. And can you see now you have to put it in the column, the answer, because they already gave you the format. Okay, and that would be how much? 338 Dalmatians. Can you see with Gamma, they already gave me the units on hand. I don't have to go calculate it. You can if you want, but you're going to waste time because it's given. So 18 units. What is the cost per unit? Now can you see now this time they do not give me the cost per unit, but they do give me the markup. You see? So I've got total sales. So total sales, how do I get cost? It's times 100 over 160. So what's the cost? 1, 2, 3, 4. Anybody? 1452 Dalmatians. Right. No, that's, is it 14 million or 1.4 million? Yeah. Make sure, is everybody with me? Is that what you got? Now, very important, that 14 is the total cost price of all the units that I sold. Ne? How many units did I sell? Did they tell me? I sold how many units? Oh, but I don't have to do it like that. What alternative can I do? Because what I'm thinking now is to divide it by the units sold. But I don't have to do it like that. What is easier? What is easier? Anybody? Come, look. I used the total, but look what's on top of that total. They give me the selling price per unit. So instead of calculating the total, I take that 96. You see? Don't be confused. I'm the confused one, not you. Are we sure? So I'm going to take the per unit, the 96 times 100 over 160, and that gives me, you see, this is way easier, because I would have had a problem, because nowhere do they tell me the units that I sold. Can you see? Where? Oh, 242. So if I take that 1452 divided 242, do I also get 6?
Yes.
You see? Okay. So both methods work. Thank goodness. Okay. And so 18 times 6 gives me 108 Dalmatians. Okay, so 666, 338, 108 gives me a total. Why are we talking? Is that right? Yes, no, maybe? Am I wrong again? Triple one.
Yes.
2 Dalmatians. Oh, for those who don't know, Dalmatians is 3 zeros. It's just easier. Okay, let's go. And two zeros is puppies. Yeah. My one year we had the 3 zeros is Dalmatians, the 2 zeros was puppies, and the 1 zero was an unborn. Yeah, it's funny. Okay, let's go on. Next one. Next one. Now, please, I'm saying again, do not read on your answer sheet and answer from there. You read from your question paper. If you do want to read from your answer sheet, this is my suggestion. In that 10 minutes reading time, you open your question paper and your answer sheet. You quickly go look, is the instructions exactly the same on both? Then you are safe to just follow your answer sheet. You get what I say? I am so glad. So the periodic, now we're doing the energy drinks. The periodic inventory system, so meaning they do stock take and then get closing stock. And the FIFO stock valuation method is applicable. Now, very important info. So let me just repeat, you're not allowed to use highlighters on your answer sheet, but you are allowed to use highlighters on your question paper. Okay. So the shelf life is 66 days. So usually, remember, they must got a best before, and then they've got a sell before.
And why did we skip 2.2 and 2.3?
Because I didn't read there was one. Let's quickly see. Where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. So they say here, 222. Yeah. A whistleblower so that's an informant, reported to Milo, that he has evidence to prove that the purchasing manager is stealing mountain bikes purchased by the business. He saw them carry it under his jacket when he left. Okay. An investigation revealed that 40 units of the King model missing from the stock records was supplied to Easy Rides, a competitor. There were no other shortages. So in other words, he's selling it to our competitor. He buys it, the company pays for it, and then he sells it to another company to sell it, and he shows it as missing. Okay. Explain 2 different examples of how the division of duties could prevent an incident of such. Can you see how they throw you with a curveball here? Because usually they would say, what internal control measures should you apply? And then you would say, division of duties. Now they say, you have to use division of duties, but you have to give me 2 examples of division of duties. So, yeah.
Like purchasing manager is the guy who buys the bike from us.
Yes.
Also, because some of them is missing.
Yes.
And then
But he took it and sold it to someone else and pocketed it.
Or can we just say it can help SAP? He's the one who buys it, but he's not the one who records it.
So let's talk together. So the first and most important thing that you need to do, remember, division of duties is not someone, you're not going to employ someone extra to check on this guy. Because why would you do that? You're just going to make sure that there's a segregation. So in other words, you're going to split the books ne, from the stock. So in other words, what you're going to do is the person recording the books may not be the same person who's ordering the stock. Okay. Another thing that you're going to do is the guy who orders, you want to split that guy from the guy who receives. And if you think about it, now you think, oh, but isn't that extra people? No, it's not. Because the person who does the purchasing, he's in charge of all the stock. So he's he's the highest level in the stock room. So he's in charge. He's the one doing the ordering, checking, oh, this stock is not enough. We have to start ordering because it's going to take 2 months by ship for it to be delivered. So I see that we have stock on hand for 3 months, so maybe I should start ordering so that it's here in time. This is the guy with the brains. His salary is a little bit higher than the other people working in the storage room. The people working in the storage room is capable enough to receive the stock. So when the lorry comes, the delivery van with the bikes, the guy who ordered it can be there, but he's not the one alone there ticking the delivery note. So usually when stock is delivered, it needs to be counted before the delivery note is signed off. Okay? So then you sign off, so you have your normal workers, your packers, they will go receive the stock and count it and tick off the delivery note, give the delivery note to the stock manager, who will send it through to the bookkeeper. You see, there's already 3 things. There's different things that can happen with division of duties. The person receiving the stock may not be the person issuing the stock. So what does that mean? Remember now, the storage room and the shop is separated, right? So now you have a storage manager who's in charge of the stock in the storage room. But you have a shop manager, a floor manager, who's in charge of the shop. Now he says, oh, I sold 2 bikes today, so I need to refill that spaces, right? Then he requests that 2 of those bikes are issued from the storage room, and they call it to the floor. Ne? You see? So the person in the shop may not just go into the storage room and take 2 bikes and put it on the floor. He has to work through the manager. So it's 2 separate people. You see? The problem comes in when one person does everything. Because that one person can then crook the system like crazy. Because there's nobody that's going to say, hey, but didn't we buy 10 bikes yesterday? Why is there only 1 left? We didn't even put it on the floor. You get what I'm saying? But if there's only one person, he can do what he wants. Okay. So, be careful for questions like this. Okay. Provide 2 points that show that Milo, and his customers are happy with the quality of the Gamma bikes. So now I would suggest when you go look, just highlight Gamma, that you know just to work with Gamma. So what's the first thing I see? There's no returns. How much does this thing count? 4. Quote figures. So you say, no bikes returned. And actually if you wrote that, you got your 2 ticks because the no is 0. But rather quote the 0. What else? What else can you see? Stock on hand. Very low. 18. Is there anything else you want to see? No, I think that's it.
Markup is the highest part.
Okay, if you look at the markup is higher, ne? But the problem with that is you have to see that the stock is still selling fast. Even though the markup is high, the stock is selling fast. We only got 18 units left. And you can look at the stock sold. You can say, even though the markup is higher at 60%, we sold 242 units, which is only 3 units less than Palo. You see? Which markup is way lower. Do you guys get it? Okay. Yes. Okay, but you have to talk louder, otherwise I have to pause. So what he's asking is actually very important. You always look at the mark allocation, right? So if they ask 2 things, ne? And it's 4 marks, it means you're going to name and you're going to shame. But you don't have to shame increase, decrease, because it's just 1 year, 1 item. But you're going to name what reason you give, and then you're going to quote. And as far as possible, you do that. Okay, always make sure. I would even suggest that when you read, that you always see when they say quote figures, that you don't forget. Because a lot of times you guys get everything right. You don't quote figures, so you get half the marks. I see that a lot. Calculate, now we are with the energy drinks. Yay! Calculate the value of the closing stock using FIFO. Now, remember when we did the periodic, we had, okay, I'm not going to do, yeah, we have opening plus purchase less returns plus carriage plus customs.